Please put your hands together for the bride and groom, Mr. Harry and Holly Hughes. Come on, guys, a little bit louder. Who's ready to cut some cake? Before we get started with some more speeches, we have a few words from one of the groomsmen. Seb, over to you.
Oh, there we go. All right. All right. Settle down. Bloody hell. Bunch of reprobates. All right. Hey, everyone. I'm Seb. Woo! Hey. I love that. I'm already gassed. Okay.
Say it one more time.
Hello, I'm Seb. I'm already getting weak at the knees. All right, so I am very honoured to be able to talk to friends and family, old and new, about two incredibly important people in my life. And I thought, what better way of expressing it than going back a little bit in time as we move towards the present. So, let's move back 14 years ago. Jesus Christ, that makes me feel old. Old enough though, don't you worry about that. So 14 years ago, I met Harry. I had tickets to my first ever festival, Creamfields in Liverpool. So myself and James Sinks here. Round of applause for Sinks. So, 17 years young, we'd actually photoshopped our passports to go to an 18-plus festival where we had learned an old primary school friend of James was going with his mates. So we arrived. Me, underage, underprepared, sporting a very Hertfordshire accent, not yet dulled by a London lifestyle, and with very little street smiles. Represent! So we approached the group. Standing there amongst them, Harry. My heart rate rising, I thought to myself, now this is one scary looking dude. Who is this terrifying, snapback wearing, chin strap bearded rude boy? Yeah, there we go. Should I be in awe or should I be in fear? How do I address him? So I approached. Hi, my name's Sebastian. A Cheshire grin hiding the palpable fear rising in my chest. Who are you? Echo. My name is Echo. Wow. Wow, indeed. Exactly. Echo. A name so tough that saying it out loud seemed to reverberate off the hills around us. Now this guy means business. Slightly regretting that I'd introduced myself as Sebastian and not Ghost, my musical moniker at the time, and way cooler, the host with the most. Jesus Christ, I messed that one up. But yeah, I just thought of myself just not to mess with him and survive the weekend. After that weekend of light debauchery, thankfully I wasn't afraid of him anymore, and little did I know that Echo, Harry, would become one of my closest friends. A shared passion of music, of writing, of loyalty and of love has kept us close throughout over a decade, across 2 continents, several girlfriends that we both won't speak about. None of them match to Holly, by the way. We'll speak about hers in years, so it's fine. And a history that I definitely would not change for the world. From standing in a smoking area, Harry beatboxing, me attempting to rap, to standing here at this exact moment in time, watching one of my best mates marry the love of his life. All I can say is it's been one hell of a ride. Yes. Yeah. There we go. And that brings me to Holly. Oh, Holly, a gale force wind from the north to be reckoned with. I think we all know if there is one person that can handle Harry, it's her. But those that know Holly know that while she won't compromise on her beliefs, she is one of the kindest and most supporting souls that you'll ever meet.
That's right.
What I call a kind heart in armour plating. And she's both steadfast and empathetic. She's there for her friends, and I know that even if I needed backup, she will be there just for me, just not like I know that Harry would as well. Thank you both. It brings me personal joy. It really does bring me personal joy and a great sense of awe watching Harry and Holly work together, despite being 2 of the most beautifully stubborn people that I know. It seems that they both seem to get their way simultaneously. Something I've rarely managed to achieve with Harry when he sets his mind on something. Holly, tell me your secrets. But it is said that a diamond is formed under immense pressure. And if you see these 2 work out their differences, you'll know what I mean. It reminds me of a force of nature, terrifying, beautiful, and something that I definitely don't want to be in the middle of. And yet, as I say this, it reminds me, much like a diamond, that all beautiful things in life are a byproduct of these core ingredients, of hard work, of perseverance, and of course, a little magic. Thank you, guys. Back to the man himself. Thank you all. And a big round of applause for Harry and Holly.
Love you.
Thank you very much.
John, please could I ask you to come up to the front for your father of the bride speech.
Dance.
Thank you. Sit it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I'm a little wee fella with a big job. I don't really need this. Hello, does this work? Yes? Yes? No? Hello. Can we? Yes, you were there?
Yeah.
Good. I've never done this sort of thing before. Yeah, right. So, I've been musing for quite a while as to what dialect to use to do this. And I've decided to do it in Northeastern dialect, not because I particularly like it. This is the only one I find any authenticity with. So if you don't understand, Holly will translate later on for you. My Mrs. Pam there, she said to me, "Has anybody read your speech?" I said, "No." "Will you let Heather read it?" "No." "Will you run it past Tom at least?" I said, "No." She said, "Are you going to offend anybody?" I said, "Most likely." And I said, "Also, on top of that, if I don't offend you, I will get round to you because we're going to be here till about 11 o'clock tonight. So if you are offended in the next few minutes, I apologise in advance, but I will get round to you all eventually." So, first of all, can I just say welcome to this lovely, beautiful park. Isn't it great? It's one of the nicest parts of France I've been to. That's something in the week. Well, honestly, any further south we would be in France, let's face it. So, and we've been staying down here for, what, 3 nights now? I can't remember, 2 nights, 3 nights. Beautiful little pub, good food, nice people, and all free of charge. I knew bringing that dinghy to Kent must be a really good idea.
I'm not here.
You like that one? Yeah.
not here.
That could offend somebody. I really hope so. Also nice to see contingent from the north. The French are shitting themselves. I believe Macron is already wanting to discuss surrender terms with Great Britain, because it's a long time since this number of people from the north have come down here. So that's good news too. So, I've only ever spoken at a wedding once before. Would you believe that was 38 years and 2 days ago? So I thought I'd get a bit of advice on how to do a wedding speech. So I asked my brother-in-law Adrian, who's not here, and he said, "Oh, this is crap. This is shit, man."
Just hold the microphone. Yeah.
Bollocks to it. There we go. There we go. So I said to my brother-in-law Adrian, who's done this very eloquent, and he's a very shy guy, so how do you do it so well? And he said, "I've got a book. When something comes into my head, I'll write it down in the book." Now, I've been doing that for months. What he didn't tell me was where you keep that book. I've lost it. There was some great stuff in it. So this is all pretty much from scratch now. Then I asked my nephew, Simon, for some advice on making a wedding speech. He offered me a couple of suggestions and a couple of lines. As you can see, my trousers are still firmly attached to my waist. I am not stood on a chair, and I turned down a couple of lines as well, thank you very much. And his mum will never speak to me again. So let me begin by saying the word marriage. For those who don't know, that is a line from a movie called The Princess Bride. Yes. And Heather said to me, "Make sure you get that in, Dad." When I say Heather, I don't mean David's Heather. No. Or I don't actually mean Harry's Heather. When I say Harry, I don't mean that Harry, I mean this Harry. I mean our Heather, or Chris's Heather. Confused? It could be worse. It could be Joe Biden's press secretary. So, controversial. Lovely. So marriage is what you make of it, really. And 90% of it is standing in a different room shouting, "What?" Yeah. One of the beauties of it is when you get invited to a party now, you only have to take one bottle. Yeah, good economics there as well. So there we go, think about that one. And here's one for you, Harry. Arguing with your wife. It's a little bit like when you get new software, just scroll to the end and press "I agree." So I thought, since I've lost my notes, we'll have a look back at some... can I have a glass of water?
Yeah.
Hang on. I thought I'd Google some famous marriages and partnerships from current celebs and from history and see what lessons we can draw from those. So the first one I found was Mark Antony and Cleopatra. Oh, we're going back a bit now. Don't you dare. So devoted were they, according to Shakespeare, and I'm sure my other brother-in-law will correct me because he's the English teacher. Apparently Cleopatra said, "I could have poisoned you any time." But I didn't because I love you so much. Oh, how cute's that? Here's one. Mary and Percy Shelley. Yeah. Oh, we're getting some nods. Yeah, that's good. I quite like this one. He said there was a soulmate and we had love on our lips. Oh, that nice. Quite like that. And she said, "I married a genius, and after he died, she said, I could never find another one, which I think is quite cute as well. I thought I'd put that one in. Goldie Hawn. And Kurt Russell. Yeah? They've been together for over 40 years. And what did they say? We had choices, we made a choice, and we stuck with our choice. I kind of like that one as well. So, yeah, you can draw something from that. John Lennon and Yoko Ono. Okay, John Lennon and Yoko Ono. Right, okay, let's do it. Let's stick with it. Stick with it. They were devoted to each other, in fairness, and let's face it, this was one of the best music writing partnerships in history. That was destroyed when she came onto the scene. Okay, there's a few more, just bear with me. There are lessons in every one. Meghan Markle and Harry. When they were asked about the secret of the success of their marriage, there were two answers. Harry said, I don't speak to her. It's not because he's rude, he just doesn't like to interrupt. And of course, the other thing that's kept their marriage alive so long is they don't drive through tunnels in Paris. Right. Oh, lovely, lovely, good. I told you I'd get round to you, one at a time. Okay, a couple more. Settle down, children, settle down. Henry VIII. Okay, Rose. And? Fred! Yeah, Rose and Fred West. No, we won't do that one either, that's fair enough. Richard and Judy, no. There's a lesson here. Adolf Hitler.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, we can't. There's a lesson in life. We all know what an evil man he was. One of the most evil people to walk this earth, the 20th century. And probably the cause of the death of over 50 million people. What happened to him? Let's remember what happened to this guy. It was all going toes up, wasn't it? He was in a bunker in Berlin, and he married his long-term girlfriend. Got up the next morning, poisoned her and shot himself. The lesson there being, marriage can be tough at times. All right. That was good. Anybody not offended yet? Let me just finish off by saying, actually, there's a sincere bit at the end. Harry, welcome to our family. You've been welcome for a long time. You have indeed been welcome a long time, as you know. So thank you. I ask one favour of you. Just look after my little girl that said you were going to do the way you're going to do it. That would be good for me. And tell her things like, recycled toilet paper is not collected by a guy in the sewer with a long net, because she believed that till she was about 20 years old. And where was I going next? Oh yes. Oh, you haven't even had a drink yet, for Christ's sake. It's ridiculous. So remember, yeah, absolutely. Oh, that was the other one. Yeah, things like Holly, the Thames is tidal. Believe him when he tells you things like that. So I'm just going to close by saying we've had a fab day, and I've kind of know lots of you already, which is lovely, and we're made very welcome by you guys down here, which is wonderful. And I'm just going to close by saying enjoy the rest of the day. It's just
Hello, everyone. How are we feeling tonight? Ow! I think you can do better than that. How are you feeling tonight? Thank you. That's a bit more like it. Just a couple of things before we get started with the speeches. First of all, thank you to Katie and Meg for helping set up today and sorting everything out. It's been amazing. Another round of applause for Katie and Meg, please. Thank you. Let's go. Right, Harry, I think without further ado, we're going to have to introduce the man of the hour, along with his beautiful bride. He's known by many names: Mr. Harry, Echo. No, this one's Ghost. This one's Ghost. Any more names? Do we have any more? Harry Dubstepper Hughes. Harry Boo. One for the family. But yeah, I think if you all should have a glass of something to toast with shortly. But yeah, without further ado, Harry, off you go.
Hello, Maidstone! Who's ready to hear some beatboxing? No, I'm joking. That's how I normally start with the mic. I was given a bit of advice for this speech during my stag do from my childhood friend and godbrother, Ollie Harding Edgar. His advice was, quote unquote, don't go on about it and keep it short. I'm sorry to say that I've ignored this advice and we're now in it for the long haul. Firstly, I'd like to say thank you to John for your kind words. All the Nazi parts included. I wrote this before I heard the speech. Didn't have a doubt in my mind you'd absolutely smash it. Which you did, mate. Secondly, thank you for looking past the fact I was wearing your daughter's Victoria's Secret sweatpants when we first met. Although I think we can agree I pulled them off.
No, I did.
Juicy. When Holly brought home this bald, hungover southerner to meet her family for the first time, I can honestly say it was the warmest welcome I've ever received. Big warm hug from Pam, followed by a firm handshake and a how you doing fella from John, quickly put all my nerves at ease. We've got loads to go. From the very first time I was in your home, you made me feel like I belonged there. And for that, I couldn't be more honoured and thankful to have such amazing in-laws. You both have given this world two incredible people that shine in every room they go into. I consider myself incredibly lucky to be able to share my journey with one of them. Heather, thank you for gifting us with your voice today. Each time I hear you sing, it blows me away. One day I'll be able to say you sung at my wedding. Chris, you're a good lad. I mean, if I was going to include you, it's half a sentence. If I can turn everyone's attention to this gorgeous lady sitting next to me, I think we can agree you look absolutely beautiful today. As most of you know, me and Holly met online. And as the Londoner, I was looking to impress her, showing her all the sights of London I'm so well acquainted to. So I thought a Sunday stroll through Borough Market was the perfect setting for our first date. Only problem was the market's not open on Sundays. Which was made extremely clear once we arrived. To everyone that knows me, this is very on brand. And now somewhat of a tradition in our relationship. Lucky for me, this didn't put Holly off. We sat on empty wine barrels for hours discussing everything you shouldn't on a first date. Kids, exes, morals, bad decisions, a lot. I can honestly say I've never met someone quite like her. After a lot of wine and a sneaky kiss, we parted ways. I called Connor on my way home and he asked how it went. I said, I'm not sure. She's really loud. I mean, she talks a lot. And she has really strong opinions. To which Connor said, sounds like someone I know, mate. Needless to say, I met my match. I could go on for hours about the things I love about Holly. Don't worry, Ollie, I won't. But there are a few things I have to say. You are the best person to be hungover with. Hands down. Every time it's a full, uncontrollable laughter and slow-moving adventure is something I honestly look forward to. We have an unspoken form of communication for leaving parties early. We get out there sharpish. We have both dedicated our lives to the passion of helping and serving people, but you have no patience for anyone outside of work. Let's wet the whistle, we've got a long way to go. On a serious note, I can't see my life without you. As cheesy as it sounds, you are my person, and I am wholeheartedly yours. If you would have told me 4 years ago that I'd be married to someone like you, I wouldn't have believed them. I cherish every moment we have together, and I cannot wait for what life has in store for us. I absolutely adore you. Could everyone please stand and raise their glass to my outstanding wife, Holly. All right, sit down. That's enough. Now, bit of crowd participation here. Now for something I've been waiting to say. On behalf of my wife and I want to thank you all for joining us today. I'm holding it like I'm beatboxing. Hold on. No, I can't. I didn't write that in the speech. That was freestyle. Ooh, too much champagne. Okay, I want to thank everyone for joining us today at the beautiful Longton Wood. Special thank you to those who have travelled such a long way, which is pretty much 70% of you, of this tent. Special shout out to Ali. Ali, make yourself known. So, Ali, for coming all the way from Colorado. Winner. You have won the bragging rights for the evening, for longest travelled. Big thank you also to everyone for your generosity and donating towards our mortgage pot. If you haven't, there's a QR code. It's somewhere around here. Minimum £1,000. Holly and I are extremely thankful to you all, and we cannot wait to spend the rest of the day with you. We really can't. I'd like to thank Jennifer and Longton Wood for allowing us to celebrate here today at the beautiful, beautiful Longton Wood. Along with all the guys here from Chin Chin Bars. Make yourself known. For keeping us all hydrated, and the Hog Roast Company for putting this absolute feast on. That's the best pig I've ever had. Thank you in advance to Kinetic Heights for letting us embarrass ourselves with our shape cutting later on. And a huge thank you to Geeta for the most amazing ceremony. You really made it special for us. Yeah, massive. That was awesome. Also to Katie. I see ya. Without you, we would not be this calm. I've walked in today and just like a ball on it, like an absolute train. And Kate's just gone, it's all right, mate. Don't worry about it. It's all right, it's sorted. I've done it. I'm like, what about the ice? It's done. Don't worry about it. I'm like, thank you. Thank God. Me and Holly would like to give a special thanks to our parents. Without your help, today would never have happened. All your generosity is humbling, and yeah, we couldn't be more thankful to you all. So thank you very much. A huge thank you to Alex. Put your hand up. Put your hand up. Literally everything with writing that you see is thanks to her. All the mayors are they're looking around right now. So a massive thank you. A special thanks to Seb and G for their amazing readings earlier today. When we were thinking of who to ask, it was an easy decision, and of course, you both smashed it. So thank you very much. A personal special thanks to my friends. One name needs to be mentioned, that's Lauren. My dating history hasn't been the smoothest. But I can stand here saying, I did it, guys. I'm so glad you cheered because I wrote that in there. Lastly, to everyone who was here yesterday helping us set up, you're all amazing. And thank you to everyone for coming together and helping us pull it off. Today is like an absolute dream. So, yeah, thank you to everyone. A round of applause for everyone mentioned, please. We're nearly there. We are so close. We're nearly there. Unfortunately, it's not been possible to have everyone with us today. People that we've loved. But we know they're here with us in spirit. So with them in mind, can you all please raise your glasses and join me in a toast to absent family and friends? Yeah. Absent family and friends. Thank you. Got a large shot of JD behind me for when the speech is finished. Can we all take a moment to appreciate how gorgeous the bridal party is looking today? I think we can all agree that they really brought it. I'm not sure you know this, but Holly had 2 hen do's and a pre-hen do. It helps to have friends like you, and it really makes me question mine. We have 2 Heathers in the bride's corner today. Since the beginning, Holly's always referred to them as Big and Little Heather, which has always helped massively during story time. Fun fact, Big Heather pre-bought a bottle of bubbles on our engagement weekend. Either you have an amazing sense for these things or I'm just terrible at holding it together. Also, I'm well aware there are a tent full of honorary bridesmaids in the room today, so big up yourselves, ladies. You all had a big part to play in getting everything ready, and I really appreciate you all. But last, but definitely not least, the best man. Thanks for organising the perfect stag do and for being a good mate to me for over 20 years. 20 years. Woo. Now, Connor's speech has me slightly nervous. Because if Connor wanted to, he could do some serious damage. So as a disclaimer, nothing that he's about to say has ever happened, and no, I have a lot on you too, mate. What I will say is we've definitely been through a lot together. Mainly hairstyles, but only one of us had a choice. I have no doubt that his speech will be incredible. So with that said, I'm going to hand you over to someone who chose part of his own name. Make some noise for Connor John Leo the Great Camisa!
I'm honoured to be here today as Harry's best man.
Oi, oi. Hey.
For those of you that knew I'd be giving a speech today, I'd like to say thanks for still deciding to come along. If you don't know me, I'm Connor, and as he said, I've known Harry since secondary school. He claims the first time that we met, I actually punched him during a sports game. I can't remember that at all, but for some reason it seems to have solidified a lifelong friendship. I've always looked up to Harry, and not just because he's taller than me, but because he's charismatic, hardworking, and confident. I've been with Harry for many of his firsts in life. The first time we tried alcohol, his first rave. Oh, and I supported him the first time that he performed on stage.
You did.
The first time we tried alcohol is actually a pretty funny story, and one that I don't think David and Heather know about, so allow me to tell you about it today. So David used to run a lovely wine bar in Liverpool Street called City Limits, just off the high street. Because of that, he had a lot of alcohol that he would keep in the garage at home. So me and Harry, being young and naive, we didn't understand what an appropriate amount of spirit to drink would be, or which ones we would like, so we decided to drink all of them. We gathered 3 shot glasses and started doing shots of every bottle we could see. It was a real who's who of the spirit world. Vodka, ouzo, whiskey, gin, a load of back-to-back shots until we started to feel pretty ill. We were all then sick, I chose the bin to be sick into, while Harry thought the kitchen sink was the most inviting. Our friend Jamie, who was with us as well, decided to go upstairs into Harry's bedroom and thought his bed would make a nice landing spot. We were all sick until everything had come out, and then we all fell asleep in those same positions. I fell asleep in the living room with a bin on top of my head, somehow thinking gravity wouldn't affect me if I was sick again. Harry fell asleep with his head still in the sink, and Jamie decided to lay down next to the sick he's just done in Harry's bed and sleep it off. Thankfully, Emily, Harry's sister, came in and saw the state that we were all in. She immediately connected the dots, and rather than berate us for our poor decisions, decided to clean up the house. She cleaned up all the sick, including unblocking the sink with her bare hands. Quite the feat. She then took the bin off my head and went upstairs down to strip the beds off and put everything into some bin liners.
I'll talk to you later.
She left all the bin liners by the door and then gently woke us up and told us that everything had been sorted out and all we needed to do was the walk of shame to walk the bins up the road and dispose of the evidence. We gladly obliged, and I'm not sure if I ever said it back then, but I'll say it now. Thank you so much for your miraculous clean-up. I'd also like to say thanks to all the bridesmaids and groomsmen and everyone that's offered a helping hand today in making today such a special day. Holly, you look absolutely amazing. I'd like to say you've done an amazing job planning everything today. I know it was a joint effort, but I think we all know who did the lion's share. When I first met Holly and saw them together, I had a feeling she was the one for Harry, and here we are today. I've always admired Holly's dedication to helping others, which is reflected in her career working for the NHS. I've no doubt that the caring skills that you've learned on the job will come handy with this one. I'm also amazed at her endless patience with me and Harry and our childish shenanigans and awful taste in films. I remember once when me and Harry had been down the pub for a few and ended up back at his, watching a film about a man being turned into a walrus. She happened to walk in after a hard day's work right at the peak of the film, with me and Harry sat around giggling like schoolgirls and didn't bat an eyelid. You both make an amazing couple. Everyone please be standing and join me in raising a glass for the newlyweds, and let's toast to the best decision that Harry's ever made.
Well done. Cheers. Love that.